What so happens when I close my eyes? I'll tear it right, baby!
Someone asks you what music you listen to, and you tell them, I listen to metal, or end up mentioning one of the various subgenres that exist under this broad bracket of music. You could be amongst a group of people, and you play them one of your songs, and instantly, there's the idea of the kind of person you are based upon this music that you enjoy.
Is it music? I think it is, definitely. For me, thrash metal, heavy metal, black metal, hard rock, it's all music as long as you're feeling something.
From the image that metalheads supposedly represent, to their behaviour and personality that is assumed purely from the choice of music that you're spending time listening to, a lot of people will make snap judgments on the person you are. We're here now to look at these misconceptions that many individuals think metalheads are like, and to provide some counterpoints and make an attempt to educate more people on what us who listen to metal music are really like. This is the Misconceptions of Metal, where outside perception of this music is wrong. Back in the 80s and 90s, there was an assumption that metal music was causing an increase in violent activity and taking the blame for human decisions. Subliminal messaging was discussed due to the content of the song Better By You, Better Than Me by Judas Priest. When the song is played backwards, the phrase do it can be heard, something that got the attention of two teenage boys in 1985 who, after drinking while listening to the song over the course of a few hours, went to a local park in America and attempted suicide, with both succumbing to their injuries. The family of the two boys tried to sue Judas Priest due to the supposed subliminal messaging, but the band were acquitted of any wrongdoing.
He says the song Better By You, Better Than Me contains the barely audible words, do it, repeated over and over.
And each time do it is increased in hysterical intensity. So it's do it, do it, do it, do it. And we pulled 12 of those out of that one song.
Additionally, in 1996, 3 teenagers were charged for the murder of a 15-year-old girl after claiming to take inspiration in the violence from the Slayer songs Postmortem and Dead Skin Mask. The parents of the victim started a lawsuit against Slayer on the grounds of unlawfully marketing and distributing obscene and harmful products to minors, in which the lawsuit was dismissed on 2 occasions. The image of heavy metal listeners has a stereotype, some of which is true, but also carries such a strong blanket representation of who we are. This stereotypical image features long black hair, a litany of tattoos and piercings, and clothing which is either black or denim. Often, if you frequent a live show, you will see a large collection of people who will fit this description, sporting various band t-shirts to show support for their favourite musicians. Despite this, it's not obligatory or always the norm for metalheads to dress in this way, especially not 24/7. Often, bands are seen wearing different clothing compared to the fashion style expected with metal, with examples being Bring Me the Horizon, who can often be seen in either casual clothing or even dressed up in smart clothing or suits when performing live, which is very much in contrast to their black clothing and denim. A scientific study titled 3 Decades Later, The Life Experiences and Midlife Functioning of 1980s Heavy Metal Groupies, Musicians and Fans was conducted in 2015, and looked at how teenagers from the 80s who listened to heavy music would adjust through life, and if this music was felt to have any impact as to how their behaviours would be as adults. The survey found that in comparison to current college students and their middle-aged comparison groups, the collective who listened to heavy music reported that they were happier during their adolescence and felt like they were better adjusted in their adulthood because of this. There has long been the idea that heavy music causes anger and aggression in listeners, and this was analysed more in depth during a 2015 study by Leah Sharman and Genevieve Dingle. These results showed that contrary to popular belief, after being submitted to anger induction, that the extreme metal music did not make the participants of the study any more aggressive. Instead, the music was able to match how they were already feeling at their anger level and actually result in an increase in positive emotions. So from these findings, there's evidence to suggest that listening to metal music is a healthy way for people to process negative emotion and promote more positive thoughts. There are multiple ways in which charity and metal are linked to each other. The Heavy Metal Truants is an organisation which since 2013 have donated to various children's charities through events such as auctions and their annual 175-mile cycle ride from London to Donington in preparation for Download Festival every June. Over their years, they've been able to raise over £4.2 million for charities such as Childline, Save the Children, the Teenage Cancer Trust and Nordoff Robbins. Current UK metal leaders Architects have been patrons of marine conservation charity Sea Shepherd, producing merchandise and attending fundraising events, with vocalist Sam Carter being Sea Shepherd's first ever British ambassador a few years ago. Bring Me the Horizon's Live at the Royal Albert Hall album and DVD saw proceeds donated to the Teenage Cancer Trust. Five Finger Death Punch have launched charitable campaigns in support of veterans who suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. August Burns Red vocalist Jake Lurs created Heart Support, a mental health organisation who partner with various bands in the heavy industry to raise awareness and provide support for those tackling issues such as addiction, depression and other adversities. These are only a few examples of how the perceived angry, rebellious, disruptive and violent people in the metal industry are actually human beings who are willing to give back and help people in various difficult situations.
Oh, they're already starting. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Gates, kick this shit. Get those cameras off me, put on these fucking guys and girls right here. Aaron, kick them a beat, huh? Here we go!
Moshing, circle pits, and a wall of death all appear to be extremely aggressive and violent to those outside of the group of people who participate in metal concerts. In actuality, it's quite the opposite. I will be the first person to say yes, from time to time, you do get some pit trolls who are dickheads, but it's a very rare occurrence. 99% of the times I've been a part of mosh pits, the people around me are all there to have a great time, and also look after each other. There are a few unwritten rules when you go into these pits at a metal concert, such as soon as someone falls down, you stop what you're doing and you pick them back up.
Let's go over it one more time. When someone falls, what do?
Sometimes people will need to do trivial things such as tie shoelaces, or if they've dropped a pair of glasses, and everyone will stop, shine a light, and wait until all is well before everyone resumes. Multiple times, bands have stopped performing mid-song when they have seen people fall over in pits, and have checked to make sure that all people in the crowd are okay before continuing. Everyone is there to enjoy themselves, and as aggressive as it may appear, it's a safe place. To wrap this all up, as much as people have an idea in their head of what metalheads are like and how they act, appear and behave, there are multiple topics that people are unaware of and how this community support each other, seek out positive ways to help each other, and above all else, enjoy the music that appeals to them. Let's educate all these people who don't fully understand what metal's all about, and who knows, maybe we can convert them into new fans of this incredible genre of music. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out some of our other videos talking about various topics within this music scene. We also have a monthly podcast where we review new releases, and we have vlogs of our incredible times at gigs. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for all things alternative and metal.